it's Homebrew.
Coming at you guys.
With a beer review. Again, we're with the series.
Yes, the series by St. Bernardus.
And today we have the Tripel. I love saying it as Tripel because in the US it's spelled P-L-E, not P-E-L, triple. So here we go. This is an 8% beer again. Now, that's much like the last one we had, the prior 8. If you remember, before we did the Patter 6, then the prior 8. Now we've got the Tripel, which is also 8%.
Wait, I'm confused. Shouldn't this be the Tripel 10? I thought it was going up by 2.
Right, and you would think that. Huh. But this is a completely different style of beer. And that's my God.
Coming at you with a cell phone call. Hello, this is Kevin. No, I'm not doing a beer review. No. I'm drinking.
Speaking of beer, so what's different is triples are not what you would perceive. I mean, you think if you got a double and you've got the candy sugars, now you're thinking more alcohol, more candy sugars, go baby, and that's not what a triple is whatsoever.
No, this triple is actually 8%, and it's actually towards the blonde side of the category.
Exactly. It's a blonde ale. It's like a Belgian blonde ale, except for that it's pumped up a bit.
Yeah.
So it's pumped up from a blonde.
Yeah.
You gotta like a pumped up blonde.
I know. Right? That's the first thing I was thinking. Can we Tripel them?
So it's still gonna have some of those nice fennel characters of clove, some of that spiciness. You're actually supposed to be able to perceive some of the noble hop character, though, in this style. So this will be another fun one. Of course, Belgian yeast. So let's stop yapping.
Yeah.
Let's get it cracked open.
Beautiful looking pour, though.
I got a little zealous with my pour, but look at that. Now, hopefully you can see some of the bubbles coming off the bottom of that. And that's part of the characteristic of a triple. So you got that nice a wheat color. This is more of a golden wheat. And you get a nice head, which it's supposed to have, and some good effervescence. So spot on as far as appearance goes. Sometimes they can be more pale, but this is a beautiful beer.
Yeah. Now the difference between Dad's and mine is Dad's looks more like an IPA, which I have some of the yeast in mine, so mine's definitely looking like a cloudy wheat.
He's going to get some extra character.
Extra character.
All right, let's get a nose. So now you're getting some of that other side of the classic Belgian because you get a little bit of that banana-esque along with the clove, and you still get a light sweet character on it that I think of when I think of Belgian beer.
Yeah, you get a bubblegum smell to it.
Yeah, and I know what you're saying. I get a hint of the bubblegum, but it's not as strong as it is on some, which is great because too much bubblegum just doesn't work for me.
But you get the banana esters. You still get the cloves.
But you're still picking up a slight breadiness on it, which is really nice. So a nice, sweet, light breadiness to it. But unlike the double, it's not that darker character candy. The candy sugars on these are the lighter candy sugars.
For me.
And I also am picking up a little bit of citrus on this, which is characteristic of the style. Good. Yeah, just a slight bit of orange on that, and other general citric characteristics. Wow, I'm getting excited about this one.
All right, you ready for the taste on this?
I am indeed. Right. Cheers.
Cheers.
Well, that's nice. That's very good. You know, it just lightly dries out on the tongue. And yet it still has some creaminess left on the tongue. What a nice balance that is.
Yeah,
you know?
I would say that I'm more of a Tripel guy over a double guy.
Absolutely. It's just light, with a light sweetness. Very easy to drink. You do pick up on the hops. You know, you get some of the noble hop character on the back, but it's not overpowering or strong, as it should be. It's mild.
And the nice thing about this is you're not supposed to pick up on the alcohol character as much, and you're not really picking up on it. It's got a good carbonation to it, like I was saying earlier. and it's got the cloves and everything, but it's very well blended in. You get that blonde taste to it, which is enjoyable.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, on a Tripel, you can perceive a little bit of the alcohol, but it's not especially strong, and I think that's exactly what we have. There's a light perception of the alcohol. Actually, I perceive the alcohol in this a little bit more than I did in the double on the prior 8. But overall, though, I think the balance is much better. And I get that nice Belgian flavors, and as you said, that hint of the bubblegum. But in addition to that, I'm picking up on a little bit of like a grassy tone to it as well, which is really pleasant. I'm really liking the balance on this beer.
And it's got a little bit of tartness to it, which I enjoy.
The fun thing about like doubles and triples is the whole history. I mean, this style of beers, these are all Abbey ales. They come from an Abbey, St. Bernardus, out of Belgium. And these are styles that were from the Middle Ages and then came back during the 1800s. What a wonderful style.
Fun thing, I don't know if you mentioned this, but you know, other than the cheese that they were making, they did make ales or beer before, but then when they decided to go to just only cheese, they only made the beer for the monks in the monasteries themselves. So for years, it was only in the monastery that you could get this beer because it was never for sale. So that's where they've duplicated this, and that's why it's more authentic.
I think this is a fantastic beer. I really do, because it has a light perception. It has just a light kick of hops, which is really good. You pick up the Belgian yeast. They're not overpowering. Again, it's well balanced, and yet there are characteristics like the clove and things that still jump out enough, and it's got that nice blonde characteristic. I'm really digging on this one. I think as style on this one, I gotta put it really, honestly, pretty high. I'm going to put it right about a 95, right in between that world class and excellent. I think this is a fantastic beer. I think this one marks what a Tripel's all about.
Yeah, you know what? I cannot complain. I mean, even as it's warmed up, it's given more life to the beer. So for me, with Tripels, this is almost one of my favorite Tripels as it's warmed up. And I'm going to have to throw it out there as a 93. I know, 93, and this is one of my favorites, but beers like this are probably better off tap, and that's where you would get me in those ranges of higher excellence.
I think overall, I'm just loving it. I really am digging on it. I'm going to give this a 94 on the overall. I'm going to keep it on the high end of excellent. And I think this makes me think I need to drink more triples because I'm really enjoying this.
It's true. I don't drink enough triples. You know, as you guys all know, I'm an IPA guy. I love hops. So for me, for overall, I'm going to throw it at a 91, which is really good because it is in that excellent range, and it's just tasty.
Yeah,
really
for Christian
is.
to put this into a 91, that says he's enjoying it.
And because I like it so much, this is the St. Bernardus Tripel, and it's a wonderful beer.
This is Kevin from Clement's Homebrew,
And this is Christian
saying life is too short,
to drink cheap beer
and we will see you
on the next beer review.